Pit bulls, the most misunderstood breed. From a historical perspective, the American Pit Bull Terrier is the core breed of what known as today as the Pit Bull. American Pit Bull Terrier is a good-natured, amusing, extremely loyal and affectionate family pet that is good with children and adults. Did you know that in the early part of the 20th century, the American Pit Bull Terrier was actually the most chosen pet as a family pet over Golden Retriever, Labs, any other dog? The Pit Bull is the most common pet. They can be great family pets. Most Pit Bulls are excellent with children. They're bred with high pain tolerance, so they can withstand little kids playing with them rough, not really worrying about them reacting as long as they're trained properly. They are not good guard dogs. Most Pit Bulls are very people friendly, so when it comes to people coming in, they'll let you know that there's somebody at your door or somebody coming in. But once the person is in the door, unless they're trained otherwise, they're going to be affectionate and loving because they're very good people dogs. And one of the most common myths about a Pit Bull is that they have locking jaw. And when they bite, their jaws lock and they don't let go. It's actually false. All dogs are built with the same jaw. They all have the same type of jaw structure, so none of them actually lock. The Pit Bull has a stronger jaw that allows them to hold on tighter, but they do not lock. When it comes to shelter dogs, Pit Bulls consist of about 33% of the national intake. They're hard to get. They're hard to adopt because a lot of housing places and communities don't allow Pit Bulls in their houses because of the bad reputation that they do have. And because of that fact, they are all Pit Bulls are in the highest category of dogs that are euthanized. Studies estimate that up to 1 million pits are euthanized per year, or 2,800 per day. Some estimates are up to double that number. In the Los Angeles area alone, 200 per day are put to sleep. A study by the organization Animal People reports a 93% euthanasia rate for Pit Bulls. Only 1 in 600 Pit Bulls find a forever home. These are some pictures of what your normal Pit Bulls look like. These are good breeds of Pit Bulls. Can everybody see the pictures? Alright. This is pictures because Pit Bulls have a lot of dogs that look like Pit Bulls. And for that reason, some dogs make attack and they're not even a Pit Bull and they still get labeled as a Pit Bull, which give the dog itself a bad reputation. So the next couple slides here are just pictures of Pit Bulls and Pit Bull lookalikes. See if you guys can guess which ones are the Pit Bulls. Anybody know?
Oh, it's the one on the right. Yeah.
The one on the right?
One on the left's a boxer.
No. The one on the left is a Dogo Argentina.
I knew that.
How you say Rich, dude?
The one on the left.
One on the left?
Yeah, buddy.
Correct. The one on the right is a Presa Canario.
I knew that.
It's the one on the right.
The one on the left.
One on the left? No.
It's the one on the right.
It's the one on the right. The one on the left is just a mixed breed.
No, it's already got the answers.
One of the main reasons people like to breed Pit Bulls isn't because they're loving and affectionate and good dogs. It's because they're built for strength, agility, and do have strong jaws, which can lead them to be good breeds for dogfighting. It's not a good subject because dogfighting it's not good. I mean, there's some statistics on here that 250,000 dogs approximately 250,000 dogs were placed in fighting pits nationwide, and that does not include cockfighting or animal used as bait animals. Out of those 250,000 dogs in 1 year, how many of them do you think really survived? The number is probably not very good. If you guys didn't know, dogfighting is a felony in every state. ranging from a class 1 felony all the way up to, I think it's like 10 years in prison. It's a serious offense that people do take lightly though. Because of the media perception of dogfighting, pit bulls have gotten an even worse rep. When most people think of pit bulls, they don't think of a loving family pet. They think of this picture right here, if you guys can see it. You got your mean looking pit that looks like it can hurt somebody. Most pit bulls are not like that unless they're mistreated and abused. That picture you saw is not what your everyday pit bull looks like. They don't get mean. I have a pit bull, it doesn't even bark. All of you have been around it. It's a very loving dog. Other people who own pit bulls for the right reasons and don't abuse them will testify that they are loving babies who would rather lick you to death than bite you. When people do use these dogs for fighting, the media portrays them as evil dogs and they should be banned from, but are they really? Are they victims of mistreated, abused, and neglected? Or are they the dogs that do attack people and should not be allowed? This is pictures of pit bulls who were either used as bait dogs or in dog fighting. So you tell me if you think those dogs are evil and should be banned, or if the people that did this to these poor animals should be banned. Basically the conclusion, pit bulls, American Pit Bull Terrier is the original pit bull. Pit bulls can be great family pets, but not good guard dogs and do not have lockjaw. They have a higher passing rate than 121 other dog breeds in the temperament test given to every dog breed when they first become a breed. Average about 33% of shelter intakes nationwide are pit bulls or pit bull mixes. Only 1 in 600 pit bulls will find their forever home. There's a lot of pit bull lookalikes, so don't be fooled. Make sure it is a pit. Any questions? Any questions?
Yeah, you said that pit bull, because they have such a strong lock on their jaws, whatever, people tend to set them up for dog fights.
What's your question in that?
The question is, why are pit bulls' jaws so strong?
That's just how their natural breed is. When I don't really know, I honestly don't. Just the same reason the Huskies have extra fur, or it's just their breed was bred with a naturally strong jaw. I don't know the answer to that. It's scientific. I'm not sure, man. Any other questions?
You got one more.
You got one more?
You said that dogfighting could lead up to 10 years in prison. What's the minimum?
The minimum, it ranges, it depends on the state. Each state's felony is different. For certain states, I believe the minimum was 1 to 3 years in prison. And that was there's 3 different categories for dogfighting. You have your actual dog fighters, your spectators, and people who house dogs for fighting. And each one of those 3 are illegal in every 50 states. And they range from different categories. Spectating is only a misdemeanor though. But housing the dogs and being the dog fighter themselves are all felonies. Any more questions?
How big do the pit bulls get?
Good question. Males can range anywhere from 35 to 85 pounds. Females are generally smaller. They usually weigh from 35 to 60 pounds. They get about 14 to 21 inches tall.
How many different breeds of pit bulls are there?
There's only one breed.
So it's 1.
There's only one breed. The only breed that's actually a pit bull is the American Pit Bull Terrier. The sub-breeds are like the blue noses, the red noses, your razor, the edges. Those are all just different generic terms that people use for pit bulls. The actual only pit bull is the American Pit Bull Terrier.
Do you think Michael Vick is sorry for what he did?
You know, I like Michael Vick. I hope he is. What he did was wrong. I mean, we all make mistakes, so hopefully he learned from it and he is sorry. But what he did was very, very wrong.
I have a question. Why that particular breed for dog fighting? There's plenty of other dog breeds out there for dog fighting that are way more aggressive than a pit bull.
Well, if you were paying
And then more
attention,
larger.
he said that.
Alright, so I can answer that real easy. There are other dogs that are used for for dog fighting. All kinds. You got your German Shepherds, Rots, Boxers, Pit Bulls, Bulldogs. All those are common dogs for dog fighting. But the Pit Bull just gets a bad reputation from the media. They don't really see the other side of all the other dogs, because most of the dogs that are used are Pit Bulls. They're quicker, and if they are trained to fight, they can be more aggressive and be stronger than those other breeds. They're agile, and they got that stronger jaw, which can be easier to inflict injury on the other dogs. That's why they're used as much.